Welcome back to Global Insights. The TikTok community is in chaos as the potential for a US ban looms ominously on the horizon. The popular social media app, loved by over 150 million active users in the United States, is facing an uncertain future. The news has sent shockwaves through the TikTok community, leaving creators, fans, and influencers rattled. On Friday, the US Supreme Court unanimously affirmed the federal law prohibiting TikTok. The ruling, held by some as a victory for national security and decried by others as a draconian blow to free speech, has left millions of American TikTokers stranded. But what exactly does this ban entail, and what are the far-reaching implications for the future of social media, global politics, and the very fabric of online discourse? At its core, the ban stems from the concerns over TikTok's Chinese ownership and the potential for data harvesting and espionage. With over millions of active users in the US alone, the app's vast trove of user data, including sensitive information like location, browsing history, and biometric data, has raised red flags among lawmakers and national security experts. The fear is that this data could be funneled back to the Chinese government, potentially compromising US interests and undermining national security. Consequently, in April 2024, the US Congress, in a resounding vote, passed a legislation against TikTok. To prevent a ban in the US, TikTok was presented with a condition by the US government. The condition is that TikTok must divest its American operations to a US based company. In this connection, four key requirements were to play out here. One, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, must sell its American operations to a US based company. This means that the new owner must be a US registered entity with a majority of its shares held by US citizens or entities. Two, the new owner must ensure that TikTok's data collection, storage, and processing practices comply with US data protection laws and regulations. This includes implementing robust security measures to prevent unauthorized data access or sharing. Three, the new owner must operate TikTok's American operations independently from ByteDance and the Chinese government. Four, it means that the new owner must make his own decisions regarding content moderation, data management, and other operational aspects. And finally, the new owner must provide regular transparency reports to the US government detailing its data collection and sharing practices, as well as any changes to its ownership, structure, or operations. As the clock ticks down, American TikTokers are taking to the app to express their emotions, share their concerns, and plead their case. The hashtags Save TikTok and TikTok ban are trending widely as users rally together to show their support for the platform.
I'm very upset, sad, angry, many emotions, and it's going to affect me tremendously. I mean, this is my main platform is TikTok. I have other platforms that I monetize, but nothing monetizes quite like TikTok. If you were born before September 4th, 1998, congratulations. You are older than Google. It's my sole income. It's literally my sole income. So it's essentially getting fired from your career. So yeah, it's detrimental to me.
I've put a lot of years and effort into this, which is, kind of a bummer that you spend this much time on something and then it's just taken away from you. But primarily, it's the effect on my business as a small business. I'm not monetized on TikTok. I have more of a reach when I'm not monetized, but I do get brand deals and I do reach just so many potential clients for my DJ business. I would say that TikTok is responsible for probably 20% of my income.
Now pay close attention. This is a true one-note challenge.
It's foolish for any small business to build one sales channel. And so we knew this for a while that we're going to have to build out other forms of marketing and other we're going to have to build out our following on other platforms. If you are worried about this TikTok ban, don't worry about it. I'll stop it.
So I remember me and my son living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I remember thinking, damn, I can't wait till I can make enough money to afford a 2-bedroom. And then I did. I made enough money to afford a 2-bedroom. And then I needed a 3. And it's like, no matter how hard you work to get to that place, by the time you get there, inflation then jacked the prices up again. So now, it's just like, God damn, no matter how hard you work, you can't outwork inflation. And it's like they want us to be homeless so damn bad.
I'm 28 years old. I was in the Air Force for literally 7 years. Half of my 20s I spent in active duty military. I have thousands of hours of experience. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I've worked in hospitals, eating disorder rehabilitations centers, residential centers. I've worked as a barista. I have customer service. I've worked on the telephone lines. I've worked as a florist. I've literally done almost everything. I'm a full-time college student on my GI Bill. Where I live, the average rent is at least $2,800 to $3,000 a month. Just for literally black mold, horrible living situations. It's just disgusting. Tell me why. I'm almost done with my degree and I have so much experience in the nutrition world and healthcare, all that stuff. I have my associate's degree in health service management. Every job that is that's open, that's hiring is literally it's $15 an hour.
Somebody explained to me in crayon eating terms why I make over 3 times the federal minimum wage and I cannot afford to live.
You guys, I can't afford it. I can't afford life. I just can't. It's so hard. It's so expensive. It's so darn expensive to live nowadays. I just can't do it.
People all over the US are canceling their health insurance because it's no longer affordable, even through their jobs.
But me and my friends are in our 30s. We're college educated. We work in the tech industries, marketing, and either our jobs have been replaced by AI or our employers have let us go to cut the numbers before the holidays or whatever it may be, in anticipation of a quite different economy that we're about to experience. And I don't know how much more I can do it. I don't know how much more I can do.
I can tell you that my oldest daughter was working 6 days a week, 12-hour days while pregnant, to try to do what's best for her family. They lived in a 2-bedroom trailer that they were renting that was literally falling apart at the seams. And so she wanted something better for her family because she was pregnant with her second child.
Traveling makes you realize that America literally makes people anxious and depressed.
Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500. Bullshit. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine?
So I just got off working both my jobs today, 12 hours. And I have things I gotta do here at the house to catch up on because I wasn't home all day. I've been gone since 8:45 this morning. And it is now after 10 o'clock. I gotta have cereal for dinner because I didn't have time to even throw something in the crock pot this morning or my Instapot. So I've just been sitting here pondering, why are we as Americans struggling? Why are we working so much more than we ever did before just to make ends meet? To keep a roof over our heads, to keep food on the table. When did it become so hard? And that's not a rhetorical question. It is getting to the point where we're not even going to be able to fucking die and afford to be buried in the ground because funerals are so fucking expensive.
It's hard to be an American when the leaders won't do shit. Oh, they yell and fight, suppress some rights at the hands of lobbyists, and it's all for profit. Name your price, politicians bought and paid. Oh, it ain't that hard to understand. The rich run the USA.
If TikTok being banned does not radicalize you as an American citizen, you are intentionally missing the point because it's not about TikTok. It's the fact that Republicans and Democrats across all legislative branches can expeditiously and unanimously pull together like never before and probably never again to streamline legislation banning a social media app while completely ignoring everything important to us. They can't pull together to make sure my kids don't get shot while they go to school, to fix the economy, to mandate livable wages, to kick hedge funds out of single-family homes so I can afford my fucking mortgage again. They're doing fuck all about homeowners insurance, stealing billions of dollars from Americans, and then leaving them for dead while their homes wash away in a flood or burn to the fucking ground in a fire. They, like every other country, can't pull together to outlaw the poisonous substances that are put into our food, creating an epidemic of obese, diabetic, cancerous Americans who need to lean on a healthcare system. They do fuck all to mandate in way of quality of service or cost. They won't give us free healthcare. They won't invest in infrastructure or education, but all of their efforts collectively go to banning a social media app. California is on fire. North Carolina and Tennessee washed away. New Jersey has geoplasmic orbs over it. Our kids get shot in school, and our economy is on the brink of fucking collapse. But their top priority is banning social media. That's where the effort goes.
The ban's impact extends far beyond the realm of national security. For millions of American TikTok users, the app is more than just a social media platform. It is a creative outlet, a source of entertainment, and a community that has become an integral part of their daily lives. The ban threatens to upend this ecosystem, leaving users scrambling to find alternative platforms and creators facing an uncertain future. Moreover, the ban raises fundamental questions about the future of free speech and online expression. By targeting a specific app, the US government is effectively dictating what forms of online discourse are permissible and which are not. This sets a precarious precedent, one that could have far-reaching implications for the future of social media and online expression. Senator Rand Paul reveals the real reason for the TikTok was not data security, as U.S. Government claims, but to stifle free speech. Take a look.
I do believe that banning a social media app like TikTok is a violation of the First Amendment. I haven't had a chance to read the ruling yet, but very disappointed. 170 million Americans express themselves on TikTok on a daily basis, and it's just wrong for the government to ban it. Most of the reasons the government banned it were based on accusations, not proof. I've never been tried and found guilty of sharing information with a communist government or any of that. They've actually offered, through our Foreign Investment Committee that oversees foreign investments, they've offered to have the data here. They've offered to work with Oracle to house the data in the United States. They've offered to have an American board. In fact, it's misreported that it's a Chinese company to begin with. It's owned, 60% of the company is owned by international investors. But disappointing. I don't think the battle's over yet, though. I'm hopeful that President Trump, in coming in, can have some ability. It sounds like Biden left the door open, perhaps, for some executive action from President Trump, and I hope that's what will happen.
The global implications of the ban are equally profound. As the world's most powerful nation, the US has long been a beacon of free speech and online freedom. The TikTok ban sends a worrying signal to authoritarian regimes around the world, emboldening them to crack down on online dissent and stifle free speech. The consequences for global democracy and human rights could be devastating. You are watching Diaspora Digital Media. If you like my videos, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments, share my videos, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting stories around the world. I am Tochukwu Raphael. See you next time.